Nolan and Celina head to a home because of a robbery. When they get there, a woman tells them that Dragonslayer 498 took her stuff, and they realize she is talking about a virtual world criminal. Nolan puts on the virtual goggles to find the thief, but takes on more than he can handle. Bailey tells Nolan she is renting out her place to a nice older couple, but then tells Nolan they haven't paid their rent in months. Nolan confronts Bailey and tells her he will take care of it. Lopez comes to the office, and Harper shows Lopez pictures of her daughter. Lopez's brother comes to the precinct and tells Lopez and Harper a young man at his church has gone missing and asks them to help. Tim, Lucy, and Nolan are in the break room, and Nolan asks them what they did the night before. Tim says nothing, but Lucy tells Nolan about an amazing exhibit she attended. Nolan tells her he wants to take Bailey to that exact exhibit and then walks away. Lucy confronts Tim about not having a cover story for their previous night together. Lucy teaches a Citizen Academy class where 3 people have records, and one of them had a warrant issued for her arrest. The one with the warrant tries fleeing, but cops stop her before she can get away. The other 2 are removed as well, and Lucy starts the class. Tim and Aaron are in the shop, and Tim gets a call from his sister telling him one of the parents and the coach of her son's baseball team are arguing. Tim and Aaron head to the field where a mother hits the coach and Tim has to arrest her. The coach quits and walks off the field, and Aaron suggests Tim be the coach, and Jenny agrees. A lady named Kira Cook from Lucy's class asks Lucy about domestic violence and inquires what a victim can do and where to stay. Lucy looks concerned for this lady and tries helping her. Celina and Nolan go to Bailey's place, and Celina tells Nolan he and Bailey are too nice to be landlords in Los Angeles. They knock on the door, and a nice old lady opens the door with her husband joining her. They tell Nolan they will pay their rent on Wednesday. Nolan and Celina walk away, and Nolan realizes he isn't going to see them on Wednesday. Nolan and Celina get a call and head to a building where Celina is freaking out because she feels a lot of evil. Nolan sees a wall freshly built and questions why someone would do that. Lopez calls the missing man's phone, and they hear it behind the new wall. Nolan breaks down the wall, and they find the missing man dead and wrapped in plastic, along with 3 others. Harper realizes this is gang violence and suggests there will be a gang war soon between Quinlan and Moses, trying to take over Elijah's territory. Kira Cook tells Lucy about some unhealthy comments her boyfriend has said to her, and Lucy becomes concerned because she feels Kira's boyfriend is trying to control her. Lucy looks up Kira's boyfriend on her computer, and Tim and Aaron come to her desk and tell her Tim is the new youth coach for his nephew Tyler. Lucy then tells them about Kira and wonders what she can do to help her. Nolan and Celina are heading to talk with Quinlan about the 4 men they found who were part of his gang. They pull up to a basketball court, and he tells Nolan they are taking care of the 4 men's family. He then tells Nolan he doesn't want to start anything with Moses, and then one of his men snickers. Nolan realizes Quinlan has already put things in motion to retaliate against Moses. Lopez and Harper meet up with Moses. They confront him about the 4 bodies, but he denies killing them. Nolan then calls Harper and tells her about Quinlan's plan. Harper and Lopez take gunshots and head outside where they see 2 men dead and a jeep pulling away. Lucy ends the class and then asks Kira to stay and tells her she can get her a bed in a shelter that night if Kira wants it without her boyfriend finding out. Kira tells Lucy she doesn't feel safe with her boyfriend, and Lucy helps her find a place. Tim is at the field, watching his team and noticing how bad they are. He tells everyone to bring it in and tells them they are doing fine and to head back out. He turns around and sees Lucy next to his sister. Jen tells Lucy, Tim is trying to not be his dad, but be supportive of the kids, unlike his dad. Lucy sees a problem and calls the players in. She then instructs the kids on basic ball handling, and Tim is impressed. Nolan and Bailey head to her house, and they see lights on, and a man with a camera opens the door and tells them he is shooting an adult film and paying Bailey's tenants a lot of money. Bailey is furious. Lucy gets a phone call from the shelter saying Kira is a problem, and Kira is inquiring about someone named Linda. Lucy heads to the shelter where she sees Kira, and Kira tells her that her boyfriend just wants his kids back, and that is why she was asking about Linda. Lucy tells her he beat Linda, and he will beat her if he hasn't yet. He then drives up and picks up Kira. Lucy tries getting Kira to stay, but Kira goes with her boyfriend. Lucy and Tim talk with Wesley about their options to help Kira, but he tells them there isn't much to do unless she asks for help. Harper and Lopez talk with Gray about the 2 gangs, but no one has heard anything, and no bodies have been found. Lopez's brother comes in and tells them a member of his congregation told him Moses's men are shipping a large amount of drugs that day. Lucy gets a phone call from Kira, who's crying, and her boyfriend then grabs Kira and the phone, and Lucy calls it in and heads to their house. Lucy breaks down the door, and Kira's boyfriend has his hand around Kira's throat, and then attacks Lucy. She uses hand-to-hand combat and takes him down and arrests him. Kira grabs a gun and points it at Lucy and tells her to let him go. Lucy tries convincing her he is a bad guy, but she says she just overreacted, and that is why she called for help. Lucy finally gets her to put down the gun, but has to arrest her. A truck pulls up to a building, and one of Moses's men gets out and gives the keys to another man, and then Tim, Aaron, Lopez, and Harper make their move and arrest the two men. Tim and Aaron go to the back of the semi and crawl in to check the boxes, and they find the drugs. A SUV pulls up and starts firing at all of them. Tim and Aaron jump out of the back and start firing back, as well as Lopez and Harper start firing from the front of the truck. Harper realizes the SUV is from Quinlan's gang and wonders why they are there. The men jump back into the SUV but take fire. They lose control and drive into a dumpster and then are arrested. Lopez tells Harper they need to talk with her brother's informant. They sit down with him and confront him about who gave him the information, and they don't believe it was Quinlan or Moses. The young man is scared and doesn't want to tell them, but reluctantly tells them it was Elijah. Lucy and Tim are co-coaching the baseball team, and Lucy is trying to be encouraging, but is frustrated about how bad the team is. Nolan and Bailey go to her house and find the couple gone. Bailey decides she is ready to sell her house because her home is now with Nolan.
Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe and ring that bell to be notified of our newest videos.